Hi folks, this is a stunning place here. As usual, doing my tracks, my trails. Every time now when I have time to make a video, it's a lot of wind and snow, and then I have to do the trails. But hey, that doesn't matter, I can combine the two. I'm out here on a really nice marshland, and I will give you a pen because it's worth doing that. See, these are quite huge marshlands, and then islands of woods in there, and it's so nice with the snow and the frost on the trees. So I stopped here for a while because again I think I need some coffee, and also I can demonstrate some another way of doing making a fire. Because in this situation it's not very cold right now. It's about -4, -5, snowing a bit, a lot of humidity in the air, and then with snow and your hands and everything, it becomes quite hard to make a fire because everything turns wet. So I stopped here exactly with this little island of wood so I can find a little bit of wood. So I get going with that, and then I will show you how to solve this. There comes Erika. She's ski-yoring with a dog. The dog is Omar. And that's great, and then we can have coffee together. Kom maar, Omar. Hey, Omar. Hey, Omar. Are you a good dog?
Really scary.
Are you a good dog, Omar? Yes, you're a very good dog. How did it go?
Yeah, fine, but in the beginning it was a bit difficult because he wanted to go back to the other dogs.
But you're a long way out.
Yeah, I went the first round and then I went straight on here.
So you've been doing about 15 kilometers now.
Yeah, quite a long time.
Yeah.
I thought, where are you somewhere?
Yeah, well, just follow the tracks.
Okay.
The rest was snow,
I was
right?
waiting for coffee, but...
Okay, I was just going to show some stuff here.
Okay, good.
So I will continue with that.
Yeah.
And then we'll make coffee.
How long does it take for the coffee, do you think?
That will take some while.
Okay, because I have some water with me, and otherwise I will just go...
You go on. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Just go on with what you want to do, and...
Erika decided to move on because she still have about 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers to ski, so I'm left alone here. It's really great fun skiing with a dog. I can recommend that. If you got a dog, if you got skis, try that. I found a few pieces of wood. This time I want it. You see what I mean? It's all covered in snow and it will be wet. It's all a bit sticky today. And now I want some bits of this round stuff. And you might remember that I have in my survival gear, I have a wire saw, a Commando wire saw. That's really nice to have. It's really easy and it saws really good. It's a bit. See, that goes great. It's a bit hard here. Quite often I have a barker with me, but hey, this works great as well. I told you earlier once, I think when I was on the sled, that in these marshlands you have a lot of these grey trees that have died on their roots because of the water in the ground, and they are extremely great for making fire. They are not quite fat wood, but they contain a lot of turpentine and usually are pretty dry. That is one of them. It's a bit hard to see maybe because it's pretty dark, but this is a bit of that, and you smell it, and this is great to have to make fire. It's pretty dry inside and it will burn really good. And this will just give enough energy to dry out the rest of the wood. So it is pretty important to get away all the moss like this. You see this here? That all keeps water in. But you do want the bark, of course. So getting rid of all the wet bits and mossy bits. You see quite often that grows quite a lot on there. So you just scrape that away. But we do want, because this is a piece of birch, so it's nice to have the bark there still. Great. So, and I took all these bits and made a bundle out of it, a little bit of rope here on the bottom. You see all my bits of, put some small bits of birch bark in there, and the wood of the grey trees. Actually, they're called töraka here. It's I wouldn't know an English word for that, but it is wood that's almost like fat wood, but slightly less concentrated on the turpentine. So what I've done here actually is I created a stove out of the material that I'm going to burn. And I need that because I need a much more effective burning this time, because it's all quite wet. There's a lot of snow in there, and so I need a good, effective, efficient fire. Let's try this. Today I just used a simple big lighter to light a bit of the grey wood, and it's starting to take fire. I just put it into the snow, and with a bit of luck it will light the whole thing. You'll be seeing the same kind of effect of when you use a hobo stove. There's a lot of air coming up. And now even the bigger wood is starting to burn. This is great. A stove made out of the material you're burning. That's pretty great. And also it works with quite moist wood. This is all living wood, so it's burning really controlled and nicely. I have to watch that. You see the core of the thing is now burned out a bit, and then it will in the end stop burning then, because there can be flames if the wood is too far from each other. But it's still doing great, and my water is starting to boil. So that's great. You see, that's a really nice flame. You see that it got a bit open, so it's nice to put a little pin there to keep something of the fire going. In the end, of course, the fire will burn down to your little rope. Normally in the summer I would not use a bit of rope there. Actually, I would use some bit of willow bark or a spruce root or something like that. But I'm not going to burn it all the way down. Well, this ain't half bad, is it? A nice cup of coffee, a nice Swedish candle fire with it, and I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and then I will be moving on, finishing my trail and going home. The days are getting longer now, but still around 4 o'clock it will be starting to get dark. So, well, with this, I hope you all enjoyed this movie, and see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.